Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you. And today I want to get into a pair of kicks that I haven't heard anything about. I actually saw these on GOAT, and as soon as I saw them, they immediately reminded me of a favorite pair of one of my kicks from my own personal collection. And then once I got them in hand, it kind of reminded me of two of my favorite shoes in my collection put together into one. If you saw the thumbnail, you probably already know what shoes I'm referring to, but I just want to show you these Dunk Highs and point out some things that make me think of two of my favorite other shoes in the collection. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. I don't even want to say the name of these because I already sound like a hick enough. These are called the Dunk High Re-Rolls. And every time I think of re-roll or I say re-roll, I feel like I sound like a donkey. Like on Pinocchio, when they all turn into donkeys and that kind of thing. Re-roll. But anyhow, let's get into these Dunk High re-rolls. Alright, so I cannot pretend to know why these are called what they are. I have no idea what that means, but I just know that they look like some really dope kicks, and I can't wait to get into them. Standard Nike Dunk box. The tag reads Nike Dunk High Retro Re-Roll. There you can see it. And if you know what the meaning of that is, then please enlighten me. Put it down in the comments. But I'm not going to say it anymore to spare myself from looking too foolish. This is a size 10. The colors are listed as Coriander, Medium Olive, and Sail. And I thought for sure that this was going to say Premium or just some sort of like SP, or, you know, I thought for sure it had to be a special edition. I think this was just a standard Dunk High drop, but it only dropped in the EU. I don't know if it's coming to the US. But if you like these, check them out, look on GOAT, because right now they're really affordable. I think this is a shoe that's worthy of more hype, and I'll get into that here in a minute. And then boom, here they are. The Nike Dunk High, and I don't even want to say what it's called. But materials on these, like I said, I cannot believe that this is not labeled as a premium, because they could have coined this a premium and nobody would have batted an eye about it. Nobody would have said a thing about it. The materials on these things seem very, very high end, and look at the finish on this. And maybe you're not familiar with the shoe that it immediately reminded me of, but looking at the base of this, like this white or sail color that's got that cracked effect, as soon as I got these in, I took a picture and I sent them to my good buddy Silent Z, and I said, Z, what do these remind you of? He immediately responded, All Mominiers. And that is exactly what I thought of as soon as I saw it. Look at this crackling effect. It is so cool. And whenever I reviewed the All Mominiers, or maybe it was even the maybe it was the Chinese New Year 6 lows, somebody made the comment that it looked like China, like a finish that you get on China. And I can definitely see that too. I said that some like antique furniture that has that like crackle paint on it, it kind of looks like that, but it really does look like that crackled finish that you get on good China sometimes. Obviously you can see with that finish, it really reminds me of the crackling on this All Mominier. And now on the All Mominier, it's a lot finer, it's not as evident, and also I think the color underneath of this crackling effect is just this kind of tan or sail color, so it's not as evident. But on this, it looks like underneath the crackling, it's more of that like olive color, which I think is really neat. It kind of sets it off, and it makes it more noticeable, which I'm a fan of. I really like it. And another thing that reminds me of the Allemand Meuniers is the finish on this swoosh. Check that out. Get a good look at that. And then look at the finish on this swoosh. And of course, this Allemand Meunier is a Jordan 1. And this is a Dunk High. But both are, you know, retro basketball sneakers, and I love both silhouettes. This one is going for well over 400 bucks though, and I got this one for about 150. So I like that 150 price a lot better. The other shoe that this really reminded me of is just one of my favorite personal pairs of Dunks. This is the Cheetah Dunk. And this was from, like, they kind of did an animal pack earlier, well, last year in 2021, and they did this in the zebra. The suede on this is really, really high end. It's just really good quality. It feels great. It looks good. It's kind of furry, you know. And honestly, whenever I felt the suede on the new pair, this re-roll pair, it immediately made me think of the fuzzy suede on these. And again, this is a shoe that is going for, last I saw it was going for well over 300. And again, this one cost me 150 bucks. So do the math. I mean, I think there's a lot of style, and this thing looks really high end. I can't speak enough of how good the materials are, and it's very affordable. So if you're looking for something unique, something that looks a little more high end than just your standard, you know, mids or even your standard Dunks, check these out. But now with those quick comparisons out of the way, let's just do a quick rundown of the shoes. We got a standard Dunk tread pattern, and it looks a lot like a Jordan 1 tread pattern. Pivot point in the front, Nike branding in the midfoot, and it's kind of like this olive green color or army green color. It really matches the color on the swoosh. But then you can see that this green color wraps up to meet sail midsole, and I think that's a nice touch. I think it goes really well with the rest of the colors on here. And then as you come up from that sail midsole, you get to this really nice suede, and I cannot say enough about how good this material is. I don't know if you can see any of this color changing with direction or not. Sometimes that's really hard to pick up, but it really, you get a lot of life out of this suede, and it feels really, really good to the touch, and it looks very high end. I really like it. But you have that for all the overlays, you know, the mug guard, the eye stays, and then wrapping around the back here. And it's just an awesome color and a great feeling material. And then, once again, the base of the shoe, I guess this is a leather, but it's got this neat crackling effect that reminds me of the Allemand Meunier 1s. And it seems like underneath of that you can see more of like an olive color or like a tan color. And I just think it's such a unique and cool finish on the shoe. I just really, really like it. But you can see that on the toe box and then on the side panels. And then wrapping around the back here up by the collar. And then the tongue feels like your standard Dunk tongue, but the tag is very unique. It's kind of like split in half. It's got like two colors on it, and I think that's pretty cool. They gave us some like banana yellow laces, which I think adds a nice little pop to it. And the tongue has like a lighter brown piping going around the top, and that matches the sock liner that we have. And overall, I just think they're dope. But let me know what you think. I'm out.